Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And Aminu kicks to Lillard. And stolen by Hayward. A reverse. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Lillard attacking. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Favors. Now, here's Burks. He is guarded by McCollum. Pass to Favors. Down low. Poked away. Harkless with the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Abs check in for Portland. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. A nice shot by Exum.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And an air ball on that one. Way off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And there's Lillard on the assist from Plumlee. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Exum passes to Burks. Here's Favors. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
Lillard outside. Stolen by Exum. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. Sinks it.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. Aminu dishes to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 1. We got 22 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
Ed Davis is checked in for Mason Plumlee. Davis setting the pick for Lillard. To the paint. Money!
Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, and strategy wouldn't be bad to use it if they need to.
Hayward goes in. He dishes it to Exum. Hayward outside. Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
They can grab the win here if they knock down the shot. With under 2 seconds remaining, that's enough time to catch maybe one dribble and then get it up in the air. It's obviously a make-or-break situation.
Nothing shot, no good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. It's an interconference. contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Westbrook. And he elevates with a slam. Thompson did not like that. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
He lobs it up. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so here's Cleveland.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
James kicks to Thompson. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Irving against Westbrook. The feed tomorrow. Now here's Westbrook. Defense is right there. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Whoa! Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there. And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunks so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting him.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Irving drives in. Thompson dishes to Irving. Back to Thompson. Kicks to Irving. The second chance effort. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Now here's James following the shot by Kevin Durant. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change. Cantor's checked in. Irving attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Westbrook. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Durant. And a miss there off the inbound. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. The screen from Thompson. Westbrook with the steal. The shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. He lobs it up, and James throws it down.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. And it's Smith penetrating. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Westbrook. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
And he's looked pretty good to start. 6 of 8 now from the field.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Williams passes to Smith. The dish to Fry. Back to Smith. Mozgov kicks to James. 13 feet away. And so the... Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, Canner is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Morrow is the 2 with Durant the 3. And it's Westbrook in the 1 spot. Oklahoma City leading by 5.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Westbrook with the steal. And here again, the Thunder in transition. Up the court they go. Now Cleveland moving it up. Shumpert with the ball. James dishes to Irving. That's good. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took the Magic job back in 2007.
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Morrow kicks to Adams. He feeds it to Cantor. And the rejection by Love. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Dion Waiters checked in for Russell Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. It's Durant with the drive. With 1 on the clock. And Kanter throws it down.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there.
And he gets it to go. Durant's got the lead back up to 7 now for Oklahoma City.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Raiders again serving. And here's Morrow outside. And the basket good. Morrow's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the league. First rookie ever to lead the NBA in three-point percentage. Hit over 46% his first year. There's always a place for a guy like that.
Durant attacking. All sorts of time. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
The shot's good from Irving.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team club.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Durant hits them both.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert. Love with a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 6 points for Kevin Love. The Thunder leading by 8. Irving against Westbrook. Pass to Kanter. Back to Westbrook. The 9-foot shot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Irving's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Kanter throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
In the corner, it's James. The kick out to Irving. Love with the screen for Irving. Love the pass to Smith. And it's blocked by Adams. And so that brings the first half to a close. Thunder lead by 12. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Their biggest problem is dealing with Westbrook. He has 17 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Irving attacking at the elbow. It's Thompson. And that one's good.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Singler outside. Back to Westbrook. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Westbrook's got 19 points.
Of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here's Irving. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And Kyle Singler, basically a three-point marksman. He really lost minutes after the trade to the Thunder last season, a second-round pick by Detroit a few years back. He's always averaged over 20 minutes a game, but with the Thunder, he was kind of banished to the end of the bench, and his play reflected that.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Thunder. And Cleveland also making a change. Dellavedova's checked in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And Thompson sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
And talking about Kyle Singler last season, Greg, good point you made. You would have thought the trade to the Thunder would have given him more minutes. Clark, they were looking for floor stretching options with Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, but so late in the season, he needed to learn all the schemes, get integrated with all the other players. Those are just a few reasons why he was rarely given the chance to make an impact.
And the rejection by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And here's Love from the arc.
Kevin Love.
Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Westbrook. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. That's on LeBron James.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Westbrook with the steal. The three from Morrow. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Stolen by Durant. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he gets it to go.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The Thunder leading by 14. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. No good from LeBron.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. And Cantor throws it down.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Now here's Shumpert. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. That's good.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Waiters against Irving. Singler outside. Here's the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. The drive by James. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Cavaliers have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Thunder Girls, ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Free throw good. Iman Shumpert. And both free throws good from Iman Shumpert. Singler outside. Misses from short range. Dellavedova. The shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 14. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Morrow is the 2 with Durant the 3. Bucket is up there with Kyle Singler. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Well, now they've lost the starch in their shirt, guys. They're demoralized. A careless play to turn it over and then slow to get back on defense. Lethargic.
It looks like their legs are gone at this point. I mean, I don't think a comeback bid is in the offing. Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
But they'll get another chance. LeBron dishes to Thompson. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Ibaka. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Thunderball.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Waiters kicks to Durant.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to... Whoa!
LeBron James.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe...
Oh!
He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Irving against Westbrook. Love kicks to James. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Ibaka. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Just 5 on the clock. Irving drives in. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Thunder.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Westbrook. He could do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
James, the pass to Love to end the drought. LeBron drives in. Ibaka dishes to Durant. Connects from 3-point range.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they get...
LeBron James.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. It's the Toronto Raptors taking on the Boston Celtics. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Charles Oakley out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Carter. Then it's Williams. And it's Davis in at the 5 spot. Williams kicks to McGrady. And that one hits back iron. Here's Boston now. Now here's Parrish. Bird outside. Carter pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Now the feed to Ainge. Fires from the wing. And he gets it to go.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
Now here is Carter. 6 to shoot. And finish off by Carter. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
Pass to Ainge. Good work defensively by Carter.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly for that shot attempt.
Now here's Johnson. Vince Carter missing his last shot. Fires from deep. Another miss by Ainge. McGrady kicks to Carter. Feeds to Davis. Here's McGrady. Carter outside. Second shot opportunity. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Parrish with the screen on Williams. Johnson dishes to Parrish. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoops if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And he gets it to go. Carter's got 10 points in the game.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And Bird, here we go. Here's Ainge. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ainge has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Back to Williams. Rebounded by the Celtics. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
McHale with it. Williams picks him up. Carter against Johnson. 11 feet away. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Davis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Vince Carter with the slam. Celtics trail by 8. Johnson up top. He's guarded by Williams. Johnson, the pass to Ainge. There's a screen by McHale. And the pass to Bird. It's stolen by McGrady. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. A nice shot by Carter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Raptors?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Boston making some changes. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Wedman comes in for Danny Ainge. And it's Seasting in for Johnson. And then for Toronto, Willis, he checked in for Davis. Curry comes in for Vince Carter. And it's Brown in for Williams. Seasting passes to Bird. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
For 3, Boston, no good that time either.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Count that one. McGrady's got his first points of the game.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Celtics trail by 12. Wedman nailed from three-point land.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Walton with the steal. Trying his luck deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Stolen. Here's Bird. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Toronto ahead. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Celtics.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Celtics trail by 6. Vincent is out there with Ainge. Then there's Wedman. Then it's Parrish. And it's Walton in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Bogues kicks to Willis. He feeds it to Carter. To the left wing. Here's Bogues. The rebound by Walton.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Wedman. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Carter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He has 14 points and 1 rebound.
It's amazing. More than 50% of their scoring has come from just one guy.
He is tearing it up, ripping it to shreds. I tell you what, this is some kind of game he's having here.
Here's Vincent. Passes to Wedman. Back to Walton. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Ainge has got 6.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Ainge. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Vincent's shot is good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Then for the Raptors, Oakley's checked in for Willis. McGrady comes in for Christie. And it's Williams in for Bowes. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Carter. But they'll get another chance. Oakley inside. Walton's there. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And the Raptors miss again.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Wedman. And that misses. That would have put him up.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Now, here is Ainge. 6 points for him. Redmond. Here's Parrish. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Raptors with the lead. Vince Carter on the wing. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is his second trip to the line in this one. And the first one drops.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Carter hits them both.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dot.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Some changes for Boston. McHale comes in for Walton. And it's Bird in for Wedman. Here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Danny Ainge on the wing. McHale against Oakley. Clock at 6. Johnson dishes to McHale. That one wide left. Toronto leading by 5. Carter outside. So it's Toronto now. Ainge against Williams. Ainge kicks to Bird. No luck. And the Raptors with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. McGrady against Johnson. Dishes to Ainge. Taken away by Williams. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Ainge. And Johnson now top of the key. Here's Bird. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
McGrady gets to Oakley. It's deflected. Shot clock at 6. Here's Carter. Left side Williams. Second chance shot. And again, Toronto no luck. Celtics trail by 5. Bird, the pass to Ainge. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Celtics have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. Seasting, he's checked in for Boston. No good on the second free throw.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking him down today.
Here's McGrady. The second chance effort. And the layup is good. McGrady's got his second basket.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And he gets it to go.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Now, here is Ainge. Following the shot by Tracy McGrady. Here's McHale. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Stolen by Ainge.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Carter. And the rebound goes to McHale.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Carter kicks to Williams. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And the Raptors lead by 7.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And that concludes the first half. Raptors lead by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Davis. Oakley is up there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Carter. And it's Williams at the 1. And the Raptors making a change here. Curry's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Johnson against Williams. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from McHale.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
The shot's good from Ainge.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Raptors leading by 6. To the middle. Stolen by Ainge. On the wing, Burke. McGrady covering. The kick out to Ainge. Another miss by Ainge.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Johnson dishes to Bird. They grab their own miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And it's not the half-court D that's been the problem. It's scores like that which are killing you.
All these fast break points, guys, very concerning. I mean, they've yet to find an answer for it.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Kevin Willis is checked in for Oakley. Carter comes in for McGrady. And it's Bogues in for Williams.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Back to Bogues. Inside. Stolen by Bird. Johnson, the pass to Bird. The 3 from the arc. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Johnson.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Curry wide open. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter. Out to Bird. Puts it up. Again, the miss by Bird.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Johnson over to help. Bogues kicks to Carter. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Johnson kicks to Ainge. There's the 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Vince Carter picks one up.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walton's checked in for Parrish. And Wedman subbed in for McHale. And then for Toronto, Oakley's checked in for Davis. McGrady comes in for Curry. And it's Williams in for Bowes. Carter against Bird. Williams kicks to McGrady. And the rebound goes to Ainge.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Wedman the pass to Ainge. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Toronto leading by 8. Carter with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Stolen by Bird. Here's the 3. Johnson can't get it to go. And the Raptors with possession. They've left.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Vincent comes in for Danny Ainge. And it's Easting in for Dennis Johnson. Here's Carter. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Vince Carter really making Welcome. Everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. We'll see the New York Knicks facing Seattle. And so off the tip, it's New York. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Harper is out there with Starks. Then it's Smith. Then it's Oakley. And it's Ewing in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Smith kicks to Ewing. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Oakley pulls down the rebound. New York with the ball. There's the dish to Harper. Kicks it to Starks. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Schrempf with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Hawkins. No good on the triple. And so here is New York. Harper dishes to Oakley. Smith against Perkins. Just 5 on the clock. Smith the best to Ewing. Ewing with the slam.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take no chance slam by the big fella.
Kemp against Ewing. Kemp with the bucket.
John Kemp with the basket.
Here's Harper. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Launches a three. And he gets it to go. Harper's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Payton kicks to Kemp. The shot is off. Oakley with some nice D. On defense, Seattle. They trail by 3.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Sonics foul. Versus Harkins. That's his first personal foul.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The kick out to Harper. Some nice passing by New York here. Oakley dishes to Harper. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Ewing. A rebound by Kemp. Sonics trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Oakley passes to Harper. Goes up at the stripe. And that one's good. Harper's got 5.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Payton kicks to Kemp. Kicks it out to Hawkins. No one near him. Ewing gobbles up the rebound. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Payton. And here are the Supersonics now. Lets the 3 fly. A long-range bomb from Schrempf.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Harper dishes to Oakley. Here's Starks. Oakley kicks to Ewing. Starks outside. Starks soars into the rim and stuffs it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Payton drives in. Passes it to Schrempf. The screen from Kemp. The shot by Payton. No luck. And New York the other way now.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Harper with the ball. Now Payton defending. The screen from Ewing. Starks the pass to Ewing. The shot from the low post is good.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts. And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Big group substitution here for Seattle. Johnson, he's checked in for Perkins. Rakowski comes in for Kemp. Askew's checked in for Hawkins. And McMillan subbed in for Gary Payton. And a new group in for the Knicks. Bonner, he's checked in for Oakley. Williams comes in for Smith. Davis is checked in for Starks. And Anthony subbed in for Harper. McMillan can't make it work.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
They get it back. Back to Williams. Here's Anthony. And too long on the shot.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
The kick out to Williams. That one falls coming off Anthony's feed. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's McMillan, and the layup's good off the glass.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
New York leading by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Williams, a screen on McMillan. Lets it go with a 3. Williams can't get it to go. And that one's good from McMillan. 7 seconds left to play here in the first. Down low. Here's Ewing. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on the second free throw. Wingate. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Sonics, they've got Kemp. Hawkins is out there with Gary Payton. Then it's Johnson, and it's Wingate in at the 3 spot.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Now here's Payton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Johnson dishes to Kemp. Clock at 6. The jumper buried by the Hawk, Hersey Hawkins.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
The screen from Ewing. Davis has the open look. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Davis has got himself on the board with 3 there. Payton against Anthony. Payton makes another fantastic move.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Sonics making a switch here. Schrempf's checked in. And a new group in for the Knicks. Oakley, he's checked in for Bonner. Smith comes in for Williams. Starks checked in for Hubert Davis. And Derek Harper has subbed in for Anthony. Here's Hawkins. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Patrick Ewing. The Supersonics shooting their first free throws of the game. Perkins, he's checked in for Seattle. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Harper kicks to Starks. The 3. The rebound by Schrempf. Sonics leading by 3. Payton passes to Schrempf. With the fadeaway. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. On up the court. Shots good by Oakley.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And it's Seattle with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Perkins dishes to Payton. It's hauled in by Oakley. Oakley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Starks. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. Here's Schrempf. Smith with the defensive effort.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Seattle calls timeout. For the Sonics, Brakowski, he's checked in for Kemp. Askew comes in for Hersey Hawkins. And it's McMillan in for Payton. The Sonics leading. McMillan. That 3 off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times. So No one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
The pass to Burkowski. Schrempf again. Smith. Here's McMillan. 6 points for him. Perkins, the pass to Burkowski. Stolen by Ewing. Harper kicks to Starks. Finished off the break. And it's a 3-point New York lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Askew. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. No good from Schrempf.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Harper kicks to Starks. New York needs to get off a shot. Releases from 15. No good. Seattle goes the other way with it. .51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. They get the rebound. New York with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Tries it from 19. Will not go. This is off the front iron. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Throws down the breakaway jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Pass to Harper. Looking for Ewing, he gets it there. And he goes in for the dunk.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. New York ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 14-5 run and will return shortly. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
A few minutes passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. But that chick was some of ignorance's voice. She said, "Prophet, we got you beat. But only I missed ignorance's wife to see."
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Smith. Charles Oakley out there with Ewing. Then there's Starks. And it's Harper in the 1 spot. Smith on the wing. And there's another one for the Knicks.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Harper against Hawkins. Harper dishes to Starks. No luck. Great D that time from Payton. Sonics trail by 6. Here's Hawkins. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Supersonics ball as Seattle keeps possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Perkins.
Irvin Johnson.
Here's Kemp. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Here is Hawkins. And that one's good. Hawkins has got 6. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Starks outside. And it's Ewing penetrating. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Well, Patrick Ewing in this one, 9 points and 2 steals as well. Whether it's making a tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bonner, he's checked in for Oakland. Williams comes in for Smith. Davis is checked in for Starks. And Anthony subbed in for Derek Harper. Johnson the screen. Shrev passes to Hawkins. Off the left rim and out. The Knicks leading by 3. Outside Anthony. On the wing, Davis. Lots of room. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Payton drives in. He feeds it to Kemp. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keeps him from converting the easy bucket.
The Supersonics making a switch here. Wingate's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Ewing. Anthony kicks to Williams. Anthony up on top. Covered by Payton. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Payton dishes to Kemp. And Kemp spikes it through with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Knicks leading by 4. Anthony, the pass to Davis. Here is Bonner. He's covered by Kemp. Bonner kicks to Williams. He dishes it to Bonner. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Payton dishes to Johnson. And that one is hammered home.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here is Hawkins. He's got 6. Good. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
It's stolen by Davis. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Sonics. Askew's checked in for Wingate. And it's McMillan in for Hersey Hawkins. Here's Askew. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And another basket for Seattle.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
Simply phenomenal, Greg, the effort we've seen from both sides here.
Now here's Williams. Double team on Ewing. Back to Williams. Oakley kicks to Starks. Just 5 to shoot. Connects from three-point range. Starks has got 9.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
It's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. Sam Perkins, he's checked in for the Sonics. And New York with a change here too. Smith is checked in. No good from Payton. The Knicks leading by 3. And they're on the break. This one for 3. Harper, no good. Here's Askew, covered by Starks. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
McMillan can't make it work.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And
oh my goodness, he's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Smith kicks to Starks. Can't nail the jumper. Perkins. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Knicks. They're up by 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Johnson is out there with Schrempf. Then there's McMillan. Then there's Askew. And it's Hawkins in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Harper the pass to Ewing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith with a wide open look. The wing jumper off target.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Schrempf kicks to Johnson. And the layup is good. Johnson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Seattle.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Here's Harper. Dishes to Ewing. Double team on Ewing. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Seattle. He misses the free throw. Wingate is checked in for Askew. And a new group in for the Knicks. Bonner, he's checked in for Oakley. Williams comes in for Smith. Hubert Davis is checked in for John Starks. And Anthony subbed in for Harper.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Fires from 18. The points continue to add up for Ewing.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Pass to Schrempf. Here's Wingate. Carries it from three-point range.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
And Davis, here we go. Anthony kicks to Ewing. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here is Schrempf following the score by New York. Passes it to Wingate. Releases. Williams with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Sonics making a switch here. Kemp's checked in. And a new group in for the Knicks. Charles Oakley, he's checked in for Bonner. Smith comes in for Williams. John Starks checked in for Hubert Davis. And it's Harper in for Anthony.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Harper kicks to Ewing. Clock at 6. Kemp with the steal. And here we go. Hawkins passes to McMillan. The feed now to Kemp. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
And the basket by Schrempf.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Double team on Ewing. Outside Harper. For three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And the Knicks lead by 4.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Knicks coach was going over with his guys. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Johnson the screen. Wingate. No good from outside.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Guys, it's their hard work inside that has them out in front, but they can't let off now. They've got to keep it going.
Williams gets the bucket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Taken away by Williams. And a fast break now for the Knicks. All going up court. Davis kicks to Williams. Here's Christie. The Knicks rebound. Bonner passes to Christie. No good on the 3. Sonics trailed by 6. Takes the 3. Here's Johnson. And the shot is good. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Williams kicks to Davis. So New York ends up going with the new group. Wingate against Harper. Here's Ewing, and it's denied. And they're moving it up. A finish. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Wingate against Harper, and it starts that time on the assist by Harper. Seattle calls timeout. They trail by 4. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A different look for Seattle. Perkins comes in for Johnson. And it's Payton in for Wingate. Stolen by Ewing. He's all alone. Here's Starks. Throws down the breakaway jam. Starks' offensive output has been sensational.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here. They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they're in position to take the lead.
You know what? A bucket here would mean a bunch at this stage of the game.
Payton drives in. Hawkins passes to Schrempf. Inside. Kemp. Count it!
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that ties the game up.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Seattle calls timeout. Up off the inbound. Money!
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
With under 2 seconds remaining, he's got to hurry it up. Get the ball up quickly and take one dribble and get it to the rim.
Hubert Davis.
Here's Anthony. Cans it to force overtime.
gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
Cold-blooded make, that was. Plain and simple.
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, if you're just joining, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Sonics. Shrimp out there is Sean Kemp. Then it's Hersey Hawkins. Then there's Payton. And it's Perkins in at the 5 down low. Out to Payton. 5 to shoot. Here's Shrimp. And that one comes up a bit short.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Harper kicks to Ewing. Shrimp with the steal. Hawkins against Harper. Here's Shrimp. Perkins trying to break loose. No good from Shrimp.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
To the inside. Perkins dishes to Kemp. Uses both hands to slam it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kemp?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Ewing, a screen on Hawkins. Harper against Payton. Outside for Starks. 6 to shoot. And it's Ewing penetrating. Perkins, the pass to Payton. The screen from Kemp. Here's Perkins. The wing jumper off target.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Oakley gets to Smith. New York moving the ball around. And it's Ewing penetrating. Count it!
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Payton up top. Covered by Starks. Shrimp dishes to Perkins. Back to Shrimp. Seattle needs to get off a shot. On the corner. It falls!
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
There's the dish to Harper. Elbow shot. Here's Ewing. And it's blocked. And they get it back. A shot by Starks. No good. Payton passes to Shrimp. Outside Kemp. From deep. So it's a narrow victory for the Sonics, pulling out the W. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. As Jordan presents our player of the game, Sean Kemp.